know what does it mean to be under dictatorship. You know how much it costs for ordinary people. I'm not talking about, higher ranking or intellectuals. I'm talking about simple people. When you are living day by day, trying to avoid to say something as an anti-governmental behavior, and you could be kicked out from a job, kicked out from a school, kicked out from university. We know what it means. And we see the cancer of communism still exists.
We were shocked last night to see Christina Manpour from CNN interviewing the director of the America section of the Cuban government. No, there are no disappeared people. There are detained people because they breached the law. But what this gentleman is not explaining, that you have laws in Cuba that punish you for what you think. If you are potentially thinking something that's dangerous to the state, you can be detained. There's been no protest like this in 62 years. Hundreds of thousands of people in the streets asking for freedom. They are not asking for food, they are not asking for medicine, they are not asking for better services, they're asking for freedom.
And people say, hey, no more. We can't take this anymore. We will not take it anymore. And so you have the people in the streets. The people reach a point when they're willing to risk their life. And you say, what the hell? I don't have anything to risk because I don't have anything. So people are willing then to risk their life to bring about change. And that's the point we are now.
In Europe, it's only Lithuania who is standing with the United States and saying that this is not good to open markets and financial support for Cuban regime because we shouldn't replace Soviet Union because we are democracies. So if we are democracies, we have to work with America and do everything to help Cuban people to gain the freedom and never ever support Cuban regime. Like we did as Lithuanians when we entered the EU, we've been asking Brussels not to finance Lukashenko regime and stand on the side of Belarusian people.
There is a treaty between Cuba and the European Union that, if passed, would mean billions of euros going towards the Cuban regime. In financial terms, it would be bigger than the financial help that Hugo Chavez provided during his time to Fidel Castro.
Insurance should be in the paper between the European Union and Cuba Accord that at least first granted steps towards democracy will be included to the agreement. How we can support such agreement, even being last country who refused to sign the agreement.
They masquerade the operation as a humanitarian undertaking. And the doctors may do a good work, but that doesn't take away the fact that they're being enslaved. The truth is that Cuba pays them 5, 10, 15%. That is exactly the definition of human trafficking and slave work. Shouldn't they be free? Shouldn't they get the full amount of the salary that the countries pay for them?
Less than 4 weeks ago, the European Parliament had passed a resolution where in paragraph 10, they recognize that Cuban medical missions are basically slave-like treatment scheme and a human trafficking scheme.
Tony, if you can also say a few words from your side.
Tony, ar galėtum pasakyti iš savęs savo pusės keletą?
It was approved by the European Parliament, but of the 27 countries, 26 approved it, and only one was left to approve it. That was Lithuania. So we went over there and we presented our point, the biggest human trafficking operation in the world, which is prohibited by the laws of all the European countries and the European Parliament and the United Nations and everybody.
It's my honor to be
Labai
here,
ačiū.
and I would
Man
like
tikrai malonu šiandien
to
dalyvauti
begin
šiame
by
renginyje.
thanking you
Ir
already
norėčiau
for your
visų pirma
solidarity.
I saw the face of Maria Paya. She have right to have normal life, not to be tortured, killed, raped in Cuba prison, not to spend all her life being scared, having fear, but it was in time supporting our old decision not to agree with European Union Cuba Accord. They brought more arguments, and the face of the lady father killed for his free choice. How we can agree after that? To continue to support Brussels bureaucrats and to say, no, it's nothing. This lady means nothing for us. We will not see them. We were forced not see the people who were cuffed, arrested, and brought to Gulag during the Joseph Stalin time. Why we should become bystanders? Bystanders. Like bystanders was in Lithuania. When my mother was arrested, no one from former friends would like to recognize my mother. I am with you, Paulina. We will never again let people to be oppressed and to be alone. Never, not let people to be alone. Not let Cubans to be alone.